Funny you should meet me here. We're seeing some more Nanana. Of course, the treasures out there still being, well, hidden by caves and mechanisms unknown, but with some sultry types and characters that you don't exactly want to have their hands on it, things are definitely not looking great. And ultimately, where will it all lead? Will Jugo find evidence for the killer? The last bit of evidence to really push Nana on to help her move on, go to the next life. And what would happen to the rest of the island when if that comes to pass? Would someone else need to be the arbiter of all of the treasures that are still lying around? All I know is that there are some fun characters, some not so jovial characters, and I'm having a neat time. Hopefully you are as well. But we need to start watching the episode, so sit down, grab a drink, and let's begin. After what we saw with the other two and trying to protect them from the big bad, are they going to... Who would have thought that a code scratched into the side of a vending machine would lead them on a chase around the building? It's one big scavenger hunt, isn't it? Wait, square root? What are we doing? So to be able to open it, they're going to have to get themselves one of those alloy keys. But yeah, with the two in the school that have just transferred and are nice and helpful at least, are we going to see them be part of their little crew as well? I thought he was just going to try every key that he finds in the drawer, but lockpicking it is just as good. It's great that the box of keys itself isn't well protected. What kind of tumblers does it have on that for him? 2 paper clips and he's in. I think with the story being what it is and that guy out there still being this kind of angsty mystique wanting to have all of the powerful treasures at his disposal, you know, what he can really use to his maximum benefit. If it's like any other story, it's going to be all of the treasures that he kind of looked over before, the useless garbage, as he said, it will be the ones that will overpower him. But actually getting there is going to be difficult. And that's not saying anything as if Nanana's going to just pull out something completely different in how it's going to handle this story. There's a lot of codes. He got in, got a key. Some questions might be better not answered. Well, it has to be in close proximity, but I see. So if they had a scalpel or a skimmer or anything, Would it have set it off or caused some feedback where it's like, nope, this signal's too strong? That's a good idea, actually. We don't know what the entrance is actually like, if anyone else is... I mean, she regretted her actions almost immediately. It worked, but at what cost? Yeah, since we don't know what the entrance is like, if any random civilians who happen to be close by get pulled in, that's going to be difficult to explain. Well, it's for her own benefit that she's kept somewhat out of it. Well, I'm glad that the promise there is doubled down, you know, remind us of it. Because now it's, what's the payment if they do actually end up using it? Is it just him who's not allowed, or anyone in the group? I don't know if I've said it, but I do like the non-Euclidean-esque everything to all of these challenges. Right? Zodiac symbols? Yeah. So what, you have to be an Aquarius to get into this one? Is there additional information hanging around? So Tensei is looking about so fervently. Great. More of the floor eroding and moving. Oh. Well, that's something, isn't it? Now we're, what, New York skyrise, sitting on the girders. It's not too bad. Did anyone bring a rope? So you can only land on the beams that correspond to your zodiac. Is that this? Well, there's... Well, it's good that they don't have spikes coming out the base or the sides. Oh, now we're just going Fibonacci sequence, okay. Is those... I was going to say... those panels itself a clue, but the fact she worked out golden ratio. Yep, maybe. But I'm guessing what we loop. At least, you know, if you can actually see the symbol on the next beam that you have to jump down onto. But he hasn't worked it out. Remnants of the past. Well, that was clumsy. clumsy of him. Oh. I mean, we have seen... So, who's the clumsy idiot here? But we have seen trouble and danger in previous... treasure rooms and the like, and being told of the adventure club losing a member thanks to that danger. How many others are out there finding these places and just disappearing because of it? Also, he's staring a little too intently. He has a certain collection of interests. Well, look who it is. Does he also know about this entrance, or is he going to just stumble on it because they are there? I mean, is there much that they can do? And all she lost was the hat. Who would have thought that you'd have someone climbing back up the... I mean, she was fine. What's the point in puzzles? Just run. I mean, give better instructions then. I mean, I do like the idea that he is a character of just brute force. Just run through all the traps constantly. Just go fast enough and yeah, nothing bad will happen. And he didn't even pick up her hat on the way down. Well, hopefully the floor here doesn't have any more... Oh, there is the hat. Have any more traps? Is this one of those image puzzles? Rearrange the blocks? Great. Just keep adding flags to this. What about our lookouts outside? How did you get past? And I do like the fact that she is not paying attention to him and is more interested in this puzzle, trying to work it out. Ah, he's been here before. Well, because they have come exploring on places where he has failed in the past, he'll feel bad if someone else gets to pass it. I'm pretty sure he is fully aware of how dangerous it all is. Well, he's not very... So if he was above board and all on the level, maybe he'd feel bad about it. But because she accepted an illegal job, then, you know, it's her own fault that she's putting herself in danger. I mean, he's got some sort of point. What, you know, people, if you start idolizing them and putting them on pedestals, they can't help themselves if need be. But yeah, there's not very much redeeming qualities there. Well, used people as tools and pawns for his own benefit because, well, it's better than him getting hurt. It'd be funny to see her do it, actually. Deceiving women. He's getting serious. He's took his jacket off. I mean, we saw him meld into the shadows before, so having a battle with so many overhanging beams and the like here. Did he always have red eyes? Shadow fins. Well, that helps. To be fair, does seem useful. Demon replicator glasses is quite a neat name. And that's actually quite a decent little treasure there. If you're seeing and replicating anything that you see before and using it for your own benefit, Huh. So, having an ability which can only imitate, what's wrong with it exactly? They're as powerful or as weak as what you believe them to be, really. And he's not going to use the shadows for this. So you still got to train yourself in the right hands. Those glasses will be great. You'd never be able to overcome them if you know what every move they're going to make. What is that extra camera there? Yeah, she's having the struggle of her life over there. Come on, stand up, actually do something. I'm guessing she solved it a while back, yeah. I mean, she solved it, doesn't mean she put it all in. Anyone else, maybe it would be a good bluff, but not her. As long as he doesn't hurt her mind, the puzzle will still get solved. I thought there was some like special technique or treasure that she used to. No, stun gun. Just a little taser. It's fine. Dive. The boots were shadow fins. He said it was about, moving instantaneously through the shadows, but we saw the slow reappearance when he went over to the box. Well, he actually swims? I thought that was just, you know, like a metaphor or something, not actually swimming through. Wow, seeing in inverse the shadow world like that was cool. And straight back into the shadows. Kicked back in. Stay in there. If they close off all the shadows with extreme light in every aspect, would there be a way that he can actually come back up? I mean, there will be shadows somewhere, but would they be strong enough for him to actually reveal himself? He's got Joseph's power. Well, she's not going to tell you everything. Yeah, you got to work the rest out yourself. When it comes to just a bit of pain, I thought there's an actual cost to using it. An extra reason why Nanana was so distressed at being told that some of the treasures were just garbage. It's like, well, is it the treasure itself or the user? Caught in his trap. Ha! Fair. Having her handedly have the last smack in there. Payback for earlier. The ring. No, it's not. So, is this another wish-bearing Cain kind of situation? Anything you can think of or says comes reality? Or possibly a transference. If he gets injured, he can use it to send it over. That would be an interesting treasure to have. But with the chest being solved and kept locked, at what point are we going to have our resident detective actually open it? Is once he has been fully dealt with and bound, tied up, pay for his crimes? Or does it have to be kept in reserve for a ace in the hole? We've got this treasure we can use when things look the darkest. While he's distracted, get it out, see what it is. Although with my previous thought of he's not allowed to use it no matter what, and it being some way to revive or heal, with those kinds of injuries, oh, your lungs have collapsed. Excuse me. Yeah, I can see a necessity in actually making use of this treasure against the promise. This entire show being a collectathon. Go out there, find the treasures. Cool, good concept. But also mixed with the murder mystery and everything else that I've said throughout all the episodes, it does feel a little cluttered at times, but given enough time, I think it can work well all those angles. Does seem a little heavy-handed though, like with this guy being so open to using human lives as just a tool to get what he wants. if they fall or get injured or even die, well, it's their fault for being weak. Does feel a little, just a little, over the top. He unredeemably evil. I mean, he's not hurting them or killing them himself until he rushes in and starts collapsing lungs. But the main question I'm wondering is, what from here? If we've got one episode left of this season, and obviously there's going to be the darkest point, oh no, Jugo, your lung, he can't breathe. And then a comeuppance against the shadow swimmer. Unless the treasure itself isn't some way of helping them in the battle or healing them after the fact, but a major component in finding out Nanana's issues and origin and, well, who killed her. It would have been a major stepping stone on that victory, but he's not allowed to use it after all. I do enjoy the arbitrary rules, though, that she has set in place for herself. If she's dead, if she has to live in this one room, why not spice it up? Have some rules set for yourself. Otherwise, she's just an ordinary ghost, you know. And I do wonder if she is actually bound to the room or just refuses to leave. That would be a funny revelation. But if you have enjoyed everything so far, you're in luck because there's at least one more. But also, if you want to make sure not to miss out in the future, you may want to subscribe to the channel or jump onto my Discord to see what else may be coming up. It might be too late now, you never know though. There might be a vote going on. Choose what's to come up next. But one thing I do really know is no matter where we go, there's going to be some big mechanism that is at play. Hopefully, though, not massive falls and grinding gears. Why can't one of these treasures just be out in an open field on a nice day? Would make the journey over to it a little less exciting. But if you've enjoyed this episode, let me know. Leave a like and a comment down below. Most importantly, get yourselves a bit of rest, because I hope to see you for the next one.